What's up, people? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley. What's going on, guys? I'm David, and we got a new oh wait,
a retired veteran.
A retired veteran.
Maybe is that? I don't know if that's good or not.
Coming out of retirement.
Yeah. Part time.
Part time.
I show up once a year, and I'm still on the payroll. I think, maybe not. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'm still on the payroll. I hope. I don't know.
Yeah, I
we'll
think
see.
You did. You showed up one time at the first of last year.
See,
something was going on.
Hey, that's how I made the payroll. I just show up.
Mary Stephen was out of town, and I remember you.
And I showed up. Okay, all right. Well, she's in town, but I'm here.
I needed somebody to come over and help out. Connor, he's still with us. He didn't quit on us. I promise. He had a class that changed up on him for a couple of weeks, and he's got to go to on Monday night. So that's pretty important. So.
I guess. I don't know. School was overrated, but
he's going tech. He's got it figured out. Though.
That's where I went. Well,
he going tech for. I think he's going was it like civil engineering or something like that over there?
It's a lot more important than what I went for, probably.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Civil, that sounds
more important than what I went for, I promise.
Civil engineering is a lot more important than, well, I say important. It's harder. Is that a word? It's harder. It's definitely more difficult.
He's pretty smart, so.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Well, congratulations to him. And that's a good school it is. I pick on it a lot, but that is a good school. It's cool. And, glad to be back. Glad to be. This is my first
time at the new desk.
episode in the new studio. And I will have to say,
changes already.
Sorry, I know.
Nah, it was needed.
I'm about to get my zip ties out.
I do need some. We need him on that car over there. That's why I told him I needed him over here because he can stay in them zip ties a whole lot more than I can.
I can do it, but I will do it. I will crawl all through that car and put zip ties.
Golly.
But
apparently you drive you crazy.
but I want to say, and I don't know if anybody has or not. Probably not. But so I'm gonna say that from being here and being in the studio and all that David has done to make this show.
Just me. I did done a pile of it.
Well, Randy as well. But the studio and the setup and all the things that go with making this show happen. From what, 4 years? No,
we're in our sixth season.
6 years ago,
season.
Round about this time.
Yep, we started Daytona week.
On the way to Daytona was our first episode.
Well, we did a first little live on Facebook.
Okay,
that was the first time we got on Facebook with it. Well, I had a reminder the other day, so I've been on there for 6 years, been on there 5 years. This is our sixth season.
Okay. Whatever it is, it has definitely grew, and David's knowledge of all this has I don't know if he might have knew all this before. He probably did. He just was like slowly getting into it. But
they got this thing on Google and YouTube.
he has. I don't even know what to do. He just told me to sit down and talk into this thing. There's so many wires and controls and buttons.
Y'all don't see them though. Y'all don't see them.
No, you don't see nothing. You just see pretty race cars, which is really pretty. I love it.
They're all Sterlings. Well, all but one of them up there.
I was about to say there's a couple late models over here, Butterbean and so
Connor brought the Richard Petty.
It's beautiful. It is beautiful. But what I'm saying is behind the scenes. What I wanted to bring up really fast was truly amazing to me. It really is, and his just ability to understand and figure all this out. It's a lot to it. So I know that it's really easy to click on the listen thing on Spotify or wherever you listen. That's where I listen. But goodness gracious, it is a lot to it. So give him a thumbs up or something on that. It's definitely a really, really cool thing for sure. So glad to be here. Glad to be a part again.
Well, I appreciate you.
Glad to hang out with us. Yeah, absolutely. I'll take my check however you want it. That's just my payroll check,
Right. I think there's some money over here.
25 cents. There you go. Yeah. No. But
speaking of real fast, I don't know if y'all saw the tweet last night. Y'all better hold on to your pennies.
I see where it costs 3 cents to make 1 cent is what I heard, right?
Well, Trump said yesterday that it was costing 2 cents, is what he said.
Okay, all right.
To make a penny, so it was pointless to be making them, and he told Treasury to halt production.
Hey, I'm holding on to them jokers.
I was going to say, so you better hold on to your pennies.
Yeah.
That's going to be a thing in the past. That's going to be like Confederate money.
It is. Well, and it's the thing, like you walk down the street and there's a penny over there. It's on tails. I ain't gonna get it because it's on tails. Now you gonna get
all of them.
You go, let me get that one. Yeah,
my car gonna be obsolete.
Yep, it sure is.
The lucky penny gonna be obsolete.
It sure is, which is mighty pretty. It's coming along very, very nice, by the way, and we're gonna Palmetto Machine is gonna take part in that car this year as well, and we were just talking about that. We got to get straight on that, and but excited for what's to come this year, and done a lot to the car, done a lot of learning and a lot of prettying and. And it's, hey, well, you'd be like Tony Turner. I don't know if he's listening. He probably isn't. But if you ain't fast, you got to be pretty.
You got to be pretty.
So be pretty. Start with being pretty.
Glad I got a
then you can go
full face helmet. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, that's right. Well, the car is pretty. There you go. But so anyway, it's awesome to be back. Awesome to be in here. Beautiful studio, beautiful place, beautiful race shop. It's really cool to do this inside of the race shop and see the race car sitting over there. And
we're not in the corner of the room at your old house.
No, we're not. We're not upstairs in a little corner and
fighting with microphones working.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me about it the other day. Actually, and they were talking about. They said, "What'd you have when you started?" I said, "Oh, you don't want to know."
No, and the bad thing about it was, and I know you've probably said something about this before, but our worst experience on connectivity or microphone, whatever, was the biggest interview that we ever had.
Hold on. All right, whenever you're ready.
All right, let me flush this toilet. All right. So, hey everyone, this is Scott Blomquist, and you're listening to Chicken Bone Alley.
Had it queued up already.
That's awesome. So he knew what I was talking about. Yeah, that was a very.
I don't know how Scott stayed on the phone that day.
He was the coolest thing. I mean, he was just like, take your time. I don't care. He probably had a bottle of Crown sitting there, and he was fine. And but yeah, so it's come a long way since then, and like in the days when we first trying to start going live with a video and all that, dude, it blows my mind. So I'm very proud of you and all that has come.
I thought about it today. We did an interview on actually I saw the post today. We did an interview for Speed 51 when it was still Speed 51. Mm-hmm. They interviewed us because we were an affiliate podcast. They couldn't even hardly see us. Our light went out right before we started. I was like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Kel, what's up, man? Kel said, hey.
Kel, what is up, dude?
Matt said, hey. What's going on, Matt?
What's going on?
Matt had him a first run in the truck this past week. Our boys from Bubba's About Broke podcast. What's up there, guys? They got them a pretty new studio, too.
Sweet. I'm sure it's beautiful for sure, but I'm biased. So this is the most beautifulest studio that I have been in. So, but no, it's cool. It's cool to be back. And cool to hang out and talk with you guys for sure. And I got a lot busy schedule. It's hard for me a lot of times to get here, but I want to try to come back some more and maybe a guest here and there. Not necessarily guest, but I don't know. You can't really call it guest host.
We got four chairs. Well, we got 4 chairs over here.
Guest host?
Yes, you can.
That don't sound right.
You can, but we got 4 chairs over here. And we've never had more than 2 people here at one time.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna bring something. I'm gonna bring Cole and just sit down and talk.
Well, Landon did come sitting here one night, I think, for a minute. But anyway. All right, guys. Well, we got a treat going on here. Let's go to the Zoom line real quick. We got the winner from the 2025 Icebreaker from Florence Motor Speedway, our buddy, Mr. Matt Cox. What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot, man. What's going on with y'all?
Another day in paradise, another Monday.
That's it.
How's your day?
Oh, it's pretty good. Went to the shop and worked a little bit this morning and kind of reminisced on the weekend a little bit.
There you go. Well, man, I'm gonna tell you what. That was an awesome weekend. Awesome to see you get the job done in a. You've been so close on the quote unquote big races so many times there, and finally to bring that big heavy trophy home. He had to stand there holding it for how long while people was taking pictures. I thought he was going to drop it after he wore out there, but congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you. It was a good weekend for us. We've been trying for a long time to get that race there, and ordered the 400, either one of them, at Florence, and just for whatever reason it never panned out for us. Just have some bad luck, but we were finally able to put it all together this past weekend.
Well, man, tell us a little bit about the weekend. Let's talk about it. Y'all had some practice. I think y'all were y'all there Thursday too, practicing.
Yeah, we were there Thursday too. Yeah.
So starting off Thursday, how was the car? How did things going?
We unloaded pretty good, I think, and we had some stuff we wanted to try. Kind of being the off season, New Year coming around, so we tried some things on Thursday. Tried a bunch of different stuff, and thought we had something we really liked a little better. We left it alone and put tires on Friday. Yeah, we mocked up Friday with what we thought was a little better, and we just didn't go as fast as we thought we needed to on Friday. Car was a little off, just weren't as good as we thought it should have been, and we decided to, after Friday afternoon, we decided to go back and go with what we kind of ran into last year and what we kind of knew was pretty good. So we switched it back over for Saturday morning, that 45-minute practice, and ended up rolling what we had, and it was pretty good.
Well, that's what I was fixing to ask, because actually I remember looking on the practice there Saturday morning while I was over there, and I think you were like 14th on the clock there. And some people were like, "Well, what's going on over there?" And all of a sudden, qualifying, he sits it on pole. Were you worried at all there, or you knew exactly what you had?
We didn't about everybody put tires on Saturday morning. We had a set to put on, and we elected to just not put them on and go with the scuffs we had that we mocked up on Friday, and just felt like we were going to be short on a little bit of raw speed, but felt like we had really good long run speed. So we said we were just going to work on some race stuff and try to just be able to get the car to stay under us for a long time. And I felt like if you got a good race car, if you got a good car on old tires and driving really good, most of the time when you bolt tires on it, if it's really good, it'll just pick up speed with tires. So we decided to do that and roll with that. And 125 laps, we just wanted to try to get in the top 10. And we just happened to have a lot of speed in it when we put tires on also.
Well, and that's what I wanted to ask real quick about tires. Obviously, that has been it's been a little hot topic for too long. And obviously, you had good tires in the race there. But have y'all come across any of the tires that there were some guys saying that they changed tires and slowed down and put new tires on and slowed down. Has that been an issue for you at all?
I mean, we unloaded with some tires from the 400 last year, and we were pretty quick on them Thursday off the trailer, and we put some tires on we got from Florence, that we raced, that like we're going to race on this weekend, and we did slow down a little bit. I don't know, it just could be just the tire was older, been sitting. I don't really know. I don't really have a preference in it. I think the racetrack does a good job of, if everybody's on the same mold numbers, batch numbers, whatever you want to call it, if everybody has the same, I don't really know what more you can ask for. And, my personal preference on it, I don't care if the Duro is 35 or if the Duro 85 is. If everybody's on the same thing, that's then, right. If they're just bricks, then we can all just slip and slide around together or as long as it's just try to keep it fair and even across the board as possible.
That's right. That's I feel the same way about it there too, man. Man, what is obviously you've won track championship over at Florence, and you've had so many good runs over there. What is it about the track that suits your liking?
And I don't know. I think it's just Florence is kind of you got to be smooth and kind of finesse and just real discipline to run there. It's very, in my opinion, it's very line sensitive. If you miss it just a little bit at either end, it kind of messes your whole corner up. And I just feel like that's kind of one of my strong suits is just, being able to finesse it, take care of it, and just be real disciplined inside the car and, hit my marks each time. I kind of like the places that's wore out like that where you kind of take care of it a little bit better than, just using, for instance, like a Dominion or somewhere where it's just hammered down and you let it rip for 100 laps as hard as you can let it rip. And, it's just, those are fun too, but, I'm kind of more partial to the kind of the wore out places.
I feel you there, man. All right, so let's go to the race there. Obviously, like I said, started on pole, led laps, kind of fell back to second there, rode a while in second, and when it mattered, you were able to get back up to the front. But, man, tell us, obviously, that's how it looks from the outside looking in. It's a little bit harder from the driver's seat. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of planned when the race started. We were going to just try to get out front there and, dictate the pace of the race if we could, if everybody wanted to sit and ride with us. Sometimes you have some people that want to jump up there. And, we were just fortunate enough. Everybody was content to ride in line. I don't know. That's kind of a slower pace than we've ever really backed it down there. I figured it would kind of start in the 1890s, 1900s area. And, we got the 1920s and everybody started wanting to just stay in line. So I said, well, we'll back it down to like 1950s, 1960s. And that's kind of what we did. And everybody wanted to stay in line and just ride. So I said, well, we'll just sit right here and run 1960s all day if that's what they want to do. And then I think McGee kind of jumped to the outside and wanted to go to the front. And, he in my opinion, was a little impatient, trying to get up there. He ran kind of hard and got to the front and stretched out a little bit and then backed up to us. And, I felt like nobody else went with him. So at that point, I still felt like we were kind of in control of the race. I felt like they were going to do behind us what we did since nobody else went with him. So we just kind of sat there and rode in second till had several cautions. And I made a couple runs at him a couple times and just, push a couple laps and kind of run right up to him. And I could kind of feel that he wanted to lead. He wanted to be in the lead because if I picked it up, he would pick it up also. And, I could tell a couple times there it might have been 40, 50 to go. And I ran up to him a couple times that, as he picked it up, I could tell he was a little on the free side off of two. It was a little yawed out, back of the car was. And so I felt like we were in a good position for the way our car felt. And we had that caution with 33 to go or 34 to go. I can't remember what it was. And, I'd kind of wanted to wait till about 20 to go to kind of make a run there. But, we lined up for that restart with 33 to go. So I said, I felt like we saved a pretty good bit. I said, we'll just try to go ahead and go now. And, if they want to run with us, they can come with us. If they want to fall back, then we'll run out here and put a little gap on and then we'll fall back too, and just ride and maintain. And, we kind of opened up a bit, almost a 2-second lead there, I think, with 10 to go. And, we just backed it down and I just kind of rode the last 10 laps in case we got a late caution. Just fortunate enough to hold on to it.
It was impressive for sure. I noticed I told somebody the other day, I said I wasn't really paying attention to lap times, but when I saw the line that McKee was running there for a while, I was like, man, they must be running really slow for him to run literally halfway up the straightaway. I was like, what is he doing? It was weird.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people do that there just to kind of protect try to protect from somebody trying to make a bonsai move inside of them, on the down the straightaway, because everybody's running so slow. You could really just run like a normal lap and be up beside somebody before they ever really knew it. And, I think I think he was just trying to kind of protect that bottom just so nobody would, if anybody wanted to try to get under him or make that move on him, they were going to have to be really low on the straightaway to do it. And, I think he was just trying to protect his position, trying to protect the lead up there. I kind of did it at the start of the race a little bit, and then I kind of felt like, Doug's a real smart. I mean, he's won a lot of races, and he's a really good driver also. And I kind of, after a couple of laps, I kind of felt like that really weren't he was going to do. I kind of moved back up and kind of rode. Felt like he was content to ride there with us, so we kind of moved up instead of kind of running that middle groove, and um, just happened to work out in our favor at the end.
That's awesome, man. I had a lot of people, talking and everything stuff about, they compare this race because obviously the last race there was November at the 400. Then all of a sudden the first race of the year is, here in Florence at the Icebreaker. And I'm like, well, one thing, the weather was so different. So it had to be somewhat different. But how do you approach those races any differently, or is it kind of just status quo for you?
No, not really. It's just we kind of approach those races about kind of same way we do a weekly Saturday night race. We kind of have a process we go through and make sure we're prepared and cars prepared to the best it can be each week, and we just kind of take those steps for every race to make sure we can minimize any mechanical malfunction or mechanical failure on our part that we can control, so we can minimize that every single week. And we just follow that process, and it's been good for us, and we just try to make that happen each week, so we can be there at the end and not have any kind of mechanical failures to take us out.
There you go. Well, man, again, congratulations on the win. That was impressive and awesome to see you get. And actually, the guys from These Lug Nuts podcast were standing up on the front straight with me during the driver introductions. They asked me, they said, who you think's going to win it? I said, Matt's got it from the pole this year. I said, he's got it. They said, you think so? I said, no, I know so. I said, I think he would have won the 400 had the car not had the issue during the red flag. So man, it was really cool, and I felt like I was down there, as I always am, hanging out towards y'all's pit down there, but I felt like we had the front stretch down there this week between you, Sam, Brian, Matt Grantham. We had a pile of people down there.
Yeah, we had a big crowd there, and everybody kind of had a pretty good run. I think Sam ended up fifth, was fifth or sixth, and Brian ended up third with the truck. So Matt ran good with his first truck race. So it was I would say probably a pretty good weekend for everybody.
For sure, brought home 4 clean cars. That was the biggest thing.
That's the main thing, and we try to we kind of turned our focus today. We're trying to get ready and run speed weeks here coming up in March at Kinley up there. So we kind of turned our focus to that and started working toward that today a little bit and get prepared to go up there.
That's what I wanted to ask you next here real quick was obviously you had the banner on yours. Are you running the I-95 Showdown?
We are, yeah. Our plans to try to run it, hope to get locked in the first 4 races and just run the first 4, and then we'll run the 400 in the Classic, and just that's kind of what we're trying to get moved our focus towards that, and try to get ready here the next couple of weeks and try to go to Kinley and do a little testing up there before the Showdown race up there on the 12th.
I had a question here. Let's see, from our buddy Terry here. He wanted to know, what changes did y'all make in the off season to improve your 2025 season? If you want to tell anything there.
Yeah, I mean, we we really didn't change a lot. I felt like end of the year last year at Florence, we got this car back together, and we first time back out with it, we won that weekly show with it, kind of dominated it and won it. We came back the very next week with the Cars Tour race. Felt like we probably had the best car at the end. I was probably a little too clean there at the end racing Butterbean, and he was racing for the points. I didn't want to use him up, and kind of cost me from being able to having a shot to run Millington down. But felt like we probably had the best car at the end of it, and ended up third. And then we come back for the last race at Florence and dominated it, won it. We won the October race at Florence. We won the big limited race there with our other car. And then I felt like we had a really good car in the 400 and just had a mechanical problem. I think we just, we hit on some things there end of the year and just, we really ended up, to be honest with you, I ran the same exact thing I had in the 400 as what I ran this past weekend. So, I felt like we'd have been good in the 400 if we wouldn't have had that mechanical failure in it. I felt like we'd have been good, good there also.
Well, awesome, man. Well, I just want to let you know on our chat here, you had quite a few congratulations on here. A lot of people wanting to tell you, good job and all that fun stuff. But, man, let everybody know who all was helping you out on that car this year and helping you out week to week.
Yeah, we got a lot of, a lot of help from a lot of people. Aaron Sales and Lease, Elliott Properties, Heritage Transportation, Renegade Fuels, Robert Elliott, Jimmy Polk, them at the engine shop, Chad McCumbee. He helps us a lot with setup, tuning things and things like that. Any questions we have, kind of run through him. Our normal weekly people, Terry, my brother, my wife, all those support us from home and, allow us to do this. And we just, me and my brother put a lot of hours in the mornings before we go to what I guess you consider our real job. We, we put some hours in the morning each day till about 10:30 in the morning, from about 8 to 10:30 every day. And, we work hard at it to try to, compete at the highest level.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you what, I like your brother a lot. He, Tony, he's something else. He's one of the quietest guys you ever meet until something happens. He's the most passionate person I think I've ever seen too. I love it. It's great, man. Good deal, buddy. Well, man, I appreciate you jumping on with us for a little while today, and I want to tell you congratulations again, and we'll be seeing you here real soon, man.
All right, yeah, appreciate you having me, and hopefully we'll see. I guess we'll be back in Florence to the 22nd of March. Hopefully we'll see you again in Victory Lane.
We'll do it, man. All right, buddy. Take it easy.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matt Cox hanging out with us for a little bit tonight. But let's, real quick, while we got a minute, let's go get a word from our sponsors.
Chicken Bone Alley is brought to you by SRI Performance. They are your one-stop shop for all things racing. Do you need performance parts? Look no further. They offer a wide range of high-performance parts for various types of racing, including stock car racing, dirt racing, and more. SRI Performance also has the most knowledgeable employees in the industry. If you're looking for that hard-to-find part, they've got it. And if you're wondering how to make it work on your car, they know it. Check them out online at www.sriperformance.com. And when you do, don't forget to use the promo code CBONE10. That's C as in chicken, BONE10, and get 10% off at checkout. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum is a full-line steel service center stocking thousands of sizes, shapes, grades, and types of metals and plastic. If you need it, they have it. And if not, they work fast to find what you need and get it to you. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum also has the ability to cut orders to your specifications as requested. Their dedicated team not only brings many years of experience to the table, but they are always ready and willing to lend a hand with anything you may need. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Your material needs are covered here.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, our good friends at Profab Headers and Exhaust. Profab Headers and Exhaust. They are quality that wins. Go get you some Profab headers. You won't find anything better on the market to make horsepower out your exhaust. So go tell them we sent you over there, and we really appreciate them. Also, Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Go get you some power under your hood. Go check out Earl Ramey Racing Engines. And tell them we sent you too. Get some time on that chassis dyno while you're over there. Also, right here in Florence, South Carolina, Dixie Made. Dixie Made, they got the finest wear, clothing, whatever you need, from sunglasses, hats, to shirts, pants, everything else that you need. Go check them out. Shoes, if you're in the Florence area, go right by the flea market. Check out our good friends over at Dixie Made. They'll hook you up for sure. Also, Fresh Chef. If you're up in the Race City area of North Carolina, and I say Race City area, which covers everywhere up there between Charlotte to Hickory and
it's everywhere now.
Mooresville and all that. There is a Fresh Chef somewhere around you, so go drop in one and check out their daily food and drink specials, and you will not be disappointed. I promise you. Also, MPM Marketing. You see it right here on the wall. Market with MPM.com, and if you are in this game of racing, then you're going to need some marketing help, and that comes from the top of it starts with social media, because I'm going to tell you what, people look at social media and like, oh, yeah, it's a post. Nah, there's a lot of work that goes into some of that. And Tanya over at MPM does the best at it. So, and not only that, she knows the people that you need to know, that you need to have your face in front of. So go over to marketwithmpm.com and get signed up with her today. And I promise you won't regret it. All righty. So, Matt Cox there, winner of the 2025 Icebreaker, as we talked about.
Yeah, I'm glad he finally got him one. He's got
him a big one there.
He's had mechanical struggles for quite a while,
or gets taken out by some driver.
We won't say no names or nothing, but yeah,
that was straight away. Just
sorry, yeah. What happened? I hope he paid for that car, by the way. But no, it just listening to him about him breaking down the race it really brings back memories of when we went back to Myrtle Beach back in 17, 16, 8, whatever it was. When Ty Gibbs was.
Well, this was the 10th anniversary of the Icebreaker, so that is actually what we went to. I remember us going to the Icebreaker,
right?
There, and we parked in turn 2.
Yep.
In the infield.
Sure did.
Sat there watching it.
Yep, and we were at that point in time, we were really amazed at how much the leader kind of controlled the race of time, and like he said, he just backed down and they stayed in line, backed down, stayed in line.
Remember, also in that race, Lee Pulliam almost got lapped.
Yeah, completely
right
saving
halfway,
completely saving his stuff, and it's hard for me to understand that. It'd be tough for me to be in a car and do that.
Oh, yes.
I don't know how I would do it. I would be like Ty Gibbs was then. I would burn every little square inch of tire I had because I'm not running back there.
We're
just
race.
That'd be like
that's why
a race.
We're about to talk about it here in just a little while, but that's why Daytona and stuff would drive me insane. Right?
Exactly. It's just it's hard for me to understand racing that way. It's completely different when you're solely dependent on tire, and it kind of makes me wish that it would be, I don't know what a tire run would be. I mean, I don't know, 30 laps, 40 laps, whatever it is, but it would almost be better racing if they were allowed to change tires within that amount of time or whatever. I don't know how you could do it, or make it a fuel run. Make it
where I get it, but at the same time, it's kind of cool to see who. Because I'm gonna tell you what, in the pits or watching the race there, you don't notice that they're saving. Not this time. Myrtle Beach, when we were down there, yes, it looked like terrible. They were riding. It looked like they were just.
Yeah, well, he said he dropped off about a second, roughly.
Yeah, but there were still passing going on. It was just the leaders were that much better. There were still people towards the middle of the pack and stuff that were racing hard. That's why they were wrecked.
And the other thing really of that is it allows the mid pack to the rear to be able to advance.
Yeah, but they got to drive hard.
They got to drive hard, but it makes them able to advance. But if the leaders are running a second faster than they are, this is going to be very hard for. There's going to be a lot of passing from the middle of the pack back. So, I guess it's different. It's different. It's totally different.
It's different than a Saturday night 50-lap race.
Yeah, completely.
It's
completely different. But it's changed a lot. But I mean that goes all the way up now. I mean it's tire is completely the game, and I'm glad that they could figure that out and keep their stuff up there, keep it clean, and keep all the mechanical things from happening, and was able to bring home the win. That was really cool.
For sure. Let's see. We got a few minutes here. I want to go back to something here real quick. We got to well, it's not old news by no means, but there is some congratulations in order for Sterling over here. Last time he was on the show, wasn't long before he got married. Now, you got more news.
I'm seeing this, Kale.
That's what I was fixing to say. Yeah. So, Kale's made some comments back here. So,
Kale, I really do appreciate.
Go ahead and let everybody know what the news is.
Okay, so I'm gonna be a daddy again. Mary Stephen and I are having a little boy. And his name is not going to be Kale, unfortunately. I mean, that was my second guess, but I got overruled. So his name will be Stetson. Stetson Austin Hewitt. And, he's doing well. Everybody's doing well. Mama's doing good. I think she is 22 weeks now, so she's a little past halfway. I'm
just saying.
Doing good.
Right around when his due date is, he needs to.
Oh, well, I think that could happen.
Just hold on.
Well, and see, the thing about it is like they want to make it happen before the weekend now. The doctors don't want to work on the weekend. And I think so he's due June 12th. David's birthday is June 13th.
Yeah.
Which is Friday this year.
Yeah.
Which don't happen.
Which I was born on a Friday the 13th.
7 years, right?
Something like that.
Something. So I think it'd be kind of cool to like schedule it if we have to schedule it.
We're trying to talk Mary Stephen into this. She's not having it so far.
She don't want to schedule nothing. She's just like, no, I'm waiting on the thing. There's water on the ground. No, we just go there on the 13th and we make it happen. But so hopefully we'll see. But I'm rooting for the 13th.
I am too.
Yeah. Cole's my little boy Cole. He is his birthday was on the 19th. So
we don't want it 19th though, because
no,
Kayla will tell you she
sharing birthdays ain't no.
I'm okay with it. I'm at the age. I'm good enough.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That should be fine. So just the fact of June 13th is cool.
Yeah.
But the fact of it being on a Friday too, like yours was,
I know.
39 years ago is really, really cool. So hopefully that works out. But whenever he decides to come, as long as he's healthy, we happy. And the Lord's blessed us with a lot of health and happiness so far. So we will continue to pray for that.
For sure. Congratulations. I do want to say real quick before we go any farther, since we were talking about Florence Motor Speedway, there were other classes other than late model stock. We also had the Star Super Stock Tour over there with our buddy Boo Carlisle on hand, and Ricky Locklear Jr. was the winner of that.
What? He won a race?
I know. Who'd have thought it?
I couldn't.
That boy gonna learn how to drive one day.
He looked up and got him one.
Yeah. Nah, he was fast all day. Actually, Jeff Melton had fast time, rolled a 4 for the invert, and I think Jeff ended up second, I want to say, to little Ricky there. The limited late models, Keelan Harvick qualified on pole and led every lap. Now, I will say, little Ricky qualified like 5th or so, and if it would have been I don't know how much Keelan was backing off, but he drove it. The last 10 laps, he was the fastest thing on the track.
Really?
He was, yeah. And he was passing and coming up through there, but he didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I don't know how much Keelan had backed off at that point.
That's right.
So,
yeah.
The truck race, I was spotting for our buddy Matt Grantham. His first truck race out, did pretty good. Finished 8th in it. Brought it home clean, so that's good, and was actually in the last 10 laps or so, he drove up on 3 trucks in front of him. If he would have had a few more laps, he could have passed all 3.
No, absolutely. So, hey, experience, man. Experience.
Yep. Get some laps. Our buddy Brian Hicks, he finished 3rd.
That's awesome.
Matt said. So that was really good. I think Jody Messimer won the race.
Okay, sweet.
So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Let's see. We got a few more minutes here. I guess we can talk about that other thing that went on this past weekend for a minute. With the football.
Yeah.
With football.
Do we have enough time to talk about football?
Well, we can start. We can start. We can always go back into it.
Well, there was the Super Bowl. I don't know if anybody else watched that or not, but so there was a Super Bowl, and it was not what everybody else expected.
It's not what I expected.
Yeah, no,
I'm not gonna lie.
Really,
I'm not gonna lie one bit. There's a boy at work that is a huge, and he's not a bandwagon. He is just a huge Kansas City fan. I really thought Kansas City was going to win this game. I did. I really thought it did. But I told him, I said, I'll take Eagles for it. Just because he didn't show up to work today.
I didn't figure he probably would have. Yeah. No, I mean, it's hard to bet against them. It's hard to, I mean, they somehow find a way to win. I mean, they should have lost multiple games this year in the regular season and find a way to win at the end. And that's Patrick Mahomes. It really is. So, I really do hate it for him and the way that game turned out. It was tough on him, throwing the picks and just.
Dude, it was like his line was just not there at all. Sacks that they took, and there was one time he took like it was 2 in a row, and then a couple plays later took another one.
It was like 6 or 7 sacks.
Yeah,
and they didn't blitz at all. Like it was just the offensive line was just caving. I don't know. It was tough to see, really, and he saw a lot that you and I don't really realize. I don't know, but he saw a lot that was going on in the game that he didn't agree with, and from his team standpoint, from offensive line standpoint, whatever it was, and it just didn't work. But I think he needs more people around him. I think he needs a better run game around him. You can't rely on Travis Kelce to do everything. I just don't. I don't think it was all there. I don't think they were all. Maybe they didn't plan for that.
Oh, God damn it!
Maybe they kind of looked over the Eagles, but I know they had a bad game. Whatever, Kansas City did not perform well.
Oh my God, man!
But the Eagles were all over it.
Yeah, Mama, I'm doing a meeting, man.
They were all over it. They showed up, and Jalen Hurts.
Shit.
He was humble. He definitely showed his ability for sure. He showed his abilities, and it paid off for him, for sure.
For sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time this week, and we'll get back into that here in a few minutes, to go talk the dirt with Racin Jason. What's up, man?
What's going on, Dave? How you doing, bud?
Yeah, lovely. It's another Monday, This is a good Monday after Super Bowl, after racing, after all kind of stuff going on this past weekend, man. What you been up to?
Well, I went to Screven. Had a good time at Screven. Winter freeze.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It was like a spring day. It was like a spring day instead of winter freeze, man. Weather was beautiful. Oh, man, it was nice.
Dude, last time me and Sterling went down to the winter freeze, we literally about froze.
Freezing.
It's been a few years.
They got
they said last year it was quite chilly.
It's been quite a few. It's been a few years back, but we about froze down there that day. I tell you when it was. It's been a while. I ain't gonna lie. This is back when they still were running the little track behind it, and they had the
They had midgets back there.
Was it midget or micros?
It might have been micros.
Micros back there, and they were running them.
Gamecock.
Yeah, Gamecock Speedway, which was awesome. I love Gamecock Speedway.
Absolutely.
But they were also running the Sharp mini late models back there the same day of the winter freeze, and it was a awesome day of racing. I mean, that place has so much down there.
Yeah, it does. Did you get a meeting 3 when you went?
I did not, dude. It was so we did go over there and eat. What did we eat? I remember us going over there.
I can't remember. There were so many people.
But dude, it was so busy that day we were there. But we got something, and I remember it being a big old plate of food. I don't remember.
It was good. Whatever we had, it was good.
It was always good.
I had to get a meeting 2. I couldn't get to 3 because if I got to 3, I had to take a nap. So yeah, I got the meeting 2.
I hear you there. Well, man, tell us all about it.
It was great, man. Just seeing everybody, man. Just seeing everybody is the part. It is the show, really. There's still a race in it. You know what I mean? I love the camaraderie. I love getting together, talking to everybody, man. That's what I love. That's what I do.
I hear you there, man. I hear you there. Well, man, I saw some highlights from it. I was checking out some racing around these parts over here. It looked like a wild weekend down there, though.
To say the least, it was wild Saturday night. It was wild. Somebody tried to go in there, go 3 wide, going to 3 and 4. That ain't gonna work. It spun out Trent in front of the field, and it was a big yard sale in 3 and 4. So yeah, about 12 cars got tore up. A couple of them got to get new front clips and all that good stuff. So yeah, it was pretty. It was wild. It was wild.
Yeah.
But had a good time, man. It was great, man. Fantastic, man. Gosh, Screven needs more races. Let's just say that right. Screven needs more races.
I agree with that 100%. I've always said that. I'm like, man, that track just sits way too much.
Yeah, exactly. But I did find out something. I did find out some news over the weekend.
You got something?
MODOK coming back.
What was that?
MODOK is coming back.
Oh, they finally are.
Yeah, they're coming back this year.
Okay, sweet. I remember somebody a couple years ago buying it, and they've done a lot of work to it from what I've heard. So,
ton of work. What I was told Saturday, a ton of work. They got a school board. Sometimes you got a school board goes from the 3rd place or 5th place. They got this one got 20.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh wow!
So they say got concrete all the way around it now. But yeah, they say they put a ton of money in this thing.
I remember one of the last races I watched over there. That was that Dryden series.
Winter series. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was so dusty, so dusty.
City car. Yeah.
They had to stop the race in the middle of it and go wet the track.
Yeah, that's one thing about okay, all right, I'm guilty. Dust. I'm guilty of that.
Yes, it was.
It was bad at night. I can only imagine MODOK during the day. Oh my god,
dude, rough. So that's exciting though. That's exciting though. What's the word on the street about everything going on right now?
Well, the talk of the pits was JD, man, and RTJ. I mean, they are just dominating down there right now. That was the talk of the pits right now. Yeah. Maybe can they be stopped?
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, I don't think. I just think, and I'm gonna tell you why I think this, and you know this. Don't get me wrong. I think these chassis builders are all great. They're all super talented and super into it. But that Longhorn, I'm not just gonna say team. It's that Longhorn family of everybody, and even the shock stuff they got going on now, and just everything that they got going on in the Longhorn camp per se, it is so hard to beat right now. And I think there'll be some other guys up there that's going. Obviously, RTJ and JD are fast right now, and they'll stay fast. But I think there's some other guys like we've talked about, Bobby Pierce, stuff like that. He's going to be fast, but it's the same stuff. It's I mean, and I will say, because I've been in that shop, I've talked to the guys. They don't really hide much from each other. They all know what each other has, and they just want to make each other better.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Totally agree. You know, say your capital. You know, you just don't have enough cars out there really to exchange information.
That's right.
So, well, Longhorn, man, get your bull, and that's it. That's all you can do. You can't beat them, join them.
That's right, man. That is right. So, man, like you just said, though, you've been out scriving. Tell us a little bit about that race. What, you know, for everybody who didn't watch, kind of recap it for us there for Saturday night.
Cody Oderson drew the number 1, and he won from the pole. There was bumping and banging and pushing and throwing elbows throughout the pack. We had a 30 or 45-minute red flag. A certain driver, no names. You can just go back and watch it. I'll say was trying to go 3 wide. You know how tight scriving is. Oh boy, try to go 3 wide, going to 3 and 4. You know that ain't gonna work, man. Troy Ivy got spun. I will say Troy Ivy got spun in front of the field, and I collided me just a junkyard in the back. So,
Trent Ivy somehow got out of it kind of half unscathed. Though he did Trent Ivy looked like he did kind of a 360 and kept on rolling.
I was like, well, wait a minute, who are you? I was sitting there thinking, okay, that was Trent, because you know Casey Roberts looks almost like I said. Yep. I know that wasn't Casey. I mean, Casey Roberts. I had it been Trent, but yeah, it was Trent. Like you said, it did 360 and kept on going. Because I thought Trent got caught up in the deal, and when I looked over in 3 and 4, I was like, well, wait a doggone minute. Oh, Trent's already over. I said, "Oh my goodness!" So that was wild. That's one of them deals where you wish you had the big screen on, you know, in the stands.
That's right.
So you would have the replay. But yeah, that was wild. That was wild. And Cody Oderson, big shout out to Cody O, man. I gave him a nickname. I don't know if you saw that I put on Twitter there, the Big Ticket. You know, Brandon, big sexy. Yeah, he's Big Ticket. So he's the shout. He is it.
I've hung out with Cody a little bit, and he's a good dude for sure. He's
character, man. He's a character, bro.
He's something else. He actually came and drove. I was up at Charlotte with Earl Ramey and them, and he came and drove Earl's car up there and ran fairly good in it. We made some bad adjustments on it that day, and but he was doing pretty good in it that day. So it was a lot of fun with him. He's a wheel man for sure.
Ain't a character, man. He is awesome. I love him. So I'm sitting. This is kind of funny. So I'm sitting there. Had a whole row by myself, and I'm sitting on the very end. Here comes, Anna Parkhurst, his fiance. Anna came up here with her sister, another girl, and some other dude, and she was looking for us. I said, "Girl, come here." Here, I got it up and said, "We're right here." They all piled on in, and they all had on Cody Overton shirts, right? I said, "Who are y'all pulling for again?" I forgot. Cody! And everybody around and started laughing. That was pretty good. That was pretty funny. That was a good moment.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, man.
It was awesome. It was awesome. I enjoyed it.
That's cool. That's a nice track for sure. I like it, and like you said, I just wish they'd do more there. Wish they'd do more because that track has so much potential. So nice.
It does. Same way I was talking to somebody else. They say, doggone the dirt track in Charlotte needs more shows too, man. I agree with that.
I think more races at Charlotte would help the dirt even.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it just sits there and bakes too much and don't get turned over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Absolutely right. Absolutely. That place, since they put the new dirt down in Charlotte too, that place has become a gym.
Yeah.
The racing there has been outstanding. So yeah, I agree, man. It needs more. It needs more turnover. It needs more races.
Yep, for sure. So, like you said, though, I reckon you go where you want to go. But man, the RTJ and JD stuff this past week, man, like you said, are they unstoppable right now?
No, they're not. They could not be stopped. I guess only people that can stop them is themselves. I don't see nobody stopping them. We were talking about momentum last week. They got it now, man. They got it now.
For sure. They definitely do. So, what's the big topics going into this week?
Nothing really. Everything's kind of hush hush. Everybody's settling in with the new rise and everything. We're going to see what's going on the next couple of weeks. I'm pretty sure you might see some more chassis swapping around, but we'll just have to wait. It's too early right now. Let's get to April, May. We'll see what's going on, especially around Memorial Day weekend. We'll really see what's going on then.
There you go. What you gonna be paying attention to this week, man, and who you think's gonna be doing what?
Volusia. Oh, okay. RTJ JV. There you go.
It's hard to bet against him right now, ain't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Oh, we'll see what Gustin does, because Gustin did win there a couple weeks ago. We'll see what Gustin does.
There you go.
Of course, Pierce. But I do got a question though.
Yes, sir.
They say Volusia's the world's fastest half mile, right?
That's what they say.
I thought Knoxville was. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I think they can just write on there what they want to write on there, and
yeah, yeah, you're right. Chicken Bone, the best podcast in the world. There you go. I said it.
I was going to say, who's going to argue with it? You know, I mean, might be a lot of people argue with it, but
that's right. Exactly right.
So, Volusia, man, I'm gonna tell you what, that's one of my favorite tracks to go to. We got in a street there. We went, I don't know, a few years in a row there.
A few years, yes.
And man, that's one of my favorite tracks to go to. Just the environment when you go there. It is like you're at a race, but you might be at a fair too. It almost looks like, and just the way they do the pits and everything. Your one ticket pays for your pit admission. Everything. I don't know. It's something about that track. It is. If I had told somebody, if somebody asked me personally, what track, if any, to go to, it's going to be between Volusia and Eldora. It's just two tracks that are just, the atmosphere is so much fun to me. He said no. Where you going?
Go to February one time and it'll change your life.
Well, I don't disagree with that. I just haven't been there yet.
David, it is something that you have to experience. Because people always ask me, how was February? I can't describe it. You have to see it for yourself to believe it, because it's hard to believe. It really is, man. It's February. It's pure electric. It's right in the middle of Mayberry. It's just freaking. If Fairbury was the dome, it'd have 50,000 people in it. Easy.
I believe it. My buddies from Dirty Grass Soul been trying to get me to go out there the past couple of years, and
oh man, that Wednesday night, bro. Oh my. No, I'm sorry, that Thursday night.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. It is absolutely. It's electric. That's all I can tell you. It's electric. The party. It's in the pits.
That's right.
Yeah, the party's in the Eldora, the campground, Fairbury. Hey, Gordy Gunder, we'll just lower the deck of the hauler, man. We'll just play beer pong right here. There you go.
There you go.
Fairbury, without a doubt, man. Go one time, it'll change your life.
There you go. Man, I was thinking about it. Talking about Volusia this week, though. Man, I just keep saying somebody needs to. I don't know if he's in. I doubt. I know he went down there in the modified and tried to win everything, but somebody needs to stick our buddy Kyle Strickler back in a super down there, because he's fast around that joint.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Just bring Kyle back. Period.
Yeah.
Just bring Kyle Strickler back.
He loves the modified, though. He loves it.
He does. He's good at them too. You know, like you say, he kicks ass on them.
Yeah, for sure.
We need Kyle Strickler back in a dirt late model.
Dude, he had a couple years there that he was right there at the top, and I was just waiting on that big breakthrough, and I still think if he come back, he can still get it. I really do. I know Kyle can drive. I mean, obviously we all know that he's a wheel man for sure. So yeah, I'm with you. We need Kyle back in I need to text him right here. Kyle, back in a super. Come on.
Hey, Dave, I got one more name for you too. You know who we need a super for the modifieds too? His personality.
Who's that?
Mefford. We need Charlie Mefford.
Yes. That is a good
Charlie Mefford in a super late model.
I agree with that. He's Mr. You can't park there.
Yes. Can you imagine? Well, say what about Outlaws? Could you imagine Cody over to the Charlie Mefford the same tour?
Oh God, that'd be trouble. I don't think you could stick them two in the same pits for a weekend.
No children allowed. No children allowed.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
Sweet, man. Well, like you said, be on the lookout for Volusia this week. Big racing coming up down there. Actually, our buddy, I need to put it on the screen here in just a minute, but our buddy Skylar Whitfield, that was here on the show with me last week, will be singing national anthem at Volusia and New Smyrna down there this week. So at dirt and asphalt track, he'll be on duty a few nights doing. Yeah, so everybody head over to SkylarWhitfield.live and check him out where he's going to be.
My buddy Carson Brown, what I saw earlier, was fastest at New Smyrna right now. So, yeah, keep an eye for Carson Brown. What a great kid he is.
Yeah.
Here's what we got going up. Next weekend, I got Swainsboro and March Madness. I'm going to Swainsboro Friday, Cherokee that Sunday. So keep a lookout. I'll post some stuff, and I'll keep you informed on here.
For sure, man.
Some good updates.
Good deal. Well, let everybody know on here if there's listening that where they can find Racin Jason at. Let them know how to find you on all your places.
Now, just find me on here, Chicken Bone Alley. That's right, Chicken Bone Alley. And find me on Twix. Well, Twitter, X, Twitter.
Twix.
Find me on Twitter at Racin Jason, and I, post stuff. Ripping the Lip tomorrow night. We get on there. You joined us before. We get on there. 25 of us in the room just talk about super late model racing and stuff. So, yeah. Good time.
For sure, man. Well, man, once again, I greatly appreciate you coming to hang out with us, and can't wait to hear all what you got coming up next week, man.
All right, bud. I appreciate it, man. Y'all be good. Have a good night.
Take it easy, man.
Later.
Sir, y'all be good. Later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our buddy there, Racin Jason, with the dirt for this week on Chicken Bone Alley. Cool.
That is cool.
A lot of cool stuff coming up down there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll tell you, like you just said, I RTJ, Ricky Thornton Jr., Jonathan Davenport, same song or same dance, different song, I guess. Just changing years. Same thing.
Well, that's it for sure. Yeah, Brandon Shepard still running too good.
Oh yeah,
well,
he ran good.
He's gonna be up in there for sure, no doubt.
Back in the rocket, and I'm not going into it. Jason probably knows more about that than we do. It's just that's a weird ordeal to me.
It is. I'm not sure. I don't know, but like you said, I think the Longhorn community, family, whatever, that's one big team. Yep. And that's hard to beat.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
When you get a manufacturer like that's got their hands not only in the chassis, but they also now have it in the suspension, which is everything to a race car. When you got the whole team dedicated to that and every car dedicated to that, you got big sexy Brandon Overton, now as technically the house car, but man, and he was right there racing with Jonathan Davenport the other night, and I mean,
it's going to be hard to beat that field, buddy.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to beat it. So.
For sure.
But excited for that. Excited for Speed Weeks. Like you said, we've been down there many years, and a lot of fun going.
Yeah, it is.
We used to do what? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever, then go to Daytona that night, watch the truck race, whatever it was, and a lot of fun. Really big week down there, not too far from Daytona, right? What, 30, 45 minutes from there probably?
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you what, you can find the bit. We used to try to, this is what we used to do. When we went down there, we did not go to a chain restaurant.
No.
Did not.
Well, we did go to Hooters.
We did go to Hooters. Well, did we?
I think we went a couple times.
Did we go one time?
I'm pretty sure we went a couple times. But I mean, it was mostly just
when we
in
wanted
there.
some smoked wings. We did go. I mean,
yes.
Or Daytona wings.
Yeah.
We got a story about Daytona. Have we ever told the Daytona wing story?
Can't remember, but we might have in 5 years. I'm not really sure.
We can tell it again.
Yeah.
If you go to Daytona and get wings what they call it, Daytona style, I guess, or Daytona sauce and stuff. We were like some of the first ones to try that.
Yep.
They asked us to try it.
Yep.
For them.
It was a up and coming flavor.
Yeah.
For them. Yep.
So we were like, yeah, let's try it. And so we went to the next one. We were like, we want Daytona sauce. They were like, what?
Yeah, what is that?
And now you can get it everywhere.
Yeah. All of them.
So, anyway.
But yes, speaking of food, I cannot remember the name of that place we went to.
Off the Hook.
Off the Hook. You see, you may forgot.
I ain't forgot because I done mentioned it to. I meant what was so funny. I'm trying to remember who it was I mentioned it to. It was a truck driver. I'm trying to remember who it was. I don't remember. But anyway, I said, man, if you got time, go to Off the Hook. He's like, dude, I go there every time I'm there. I was like, it's a hidden gem down there. And we end up eating with Alex Bowman down there.
Yep. Alex Bowman and his whole team. Literally taking fish off the boat.
Yes.
And filleting them and cooking them right there. So
dude brought a grouper. Like it said.
Yeah,
dude brought a grouper
40-pound grouper.
And
right
walked it around, showed it to everybody, asked anybody if they wanted it.
Yep.
Wanted to eat that. And there was a couple people. Yep. He went over there and
absolutely
cut it up and grilled it right there.
And it's beautiful scenery too, man. Good Lord. It was a beautiful place.
Now, getting to it, you're like, where are we going?
Yeah, if I go in a neighborhood. But
we were.
I'm pretty sure we were in a neighborhood.
And in a not so nice one at some point.
It was a little sketchy there for a minute. But, yeah, awesome
I don't remember
place.
how we found it.
I think Google.
Well, it probably was. We were probably looking for seafood, probably.
Oh, we definitely were. We were looking for seafood. But, yeah, definitely the best seafood place that I've ever been to.
It's the only place I've ever been to that you could get golden tilefish.
Yes.
I ain't going to say it's always on the menu, but the only place I've ever been to get golden tilefish. And if you ever get the chance to eat golden tilefish, you
best
better
ever was. You better get it. You better get it. If not, you got to go to 1,000 foot of water off of South Carolina and find it. And it's not too often you do. So,
and we found 2 in one day.
Yeah, I was. But yeah, so definitely go check them out. That's an awesome place. But so much cool things going on down there. I mean, it's just Speed Weeks is so cool around Daytona because it's not just Daytona. And Dave and I talked about it a little bit Sunday. We miss Speed Weeks being at Daytona. There all the 10 different practices that really weren't really called for. Okay, but it was cool to see it. It was cool to see on track activity on TV, and we come home and see that, and whatever. But that's just a drop in the bucket of what Speed Weeks is at Daytona. I mean, you got Volusia, you got New Smyrna. There's so many others.
Our buddy Derek Griffith is back running this week after a health hiatus.
Glad he's back.
Has been running top 3 every night.
Of course he is. I wouldn't have thought any other.
Well, I wouldn't. Last year he had a tough year down there though. He had it rough down there. Got in a wreck and just it was a rough year for him this year. Brand new car, back at it, running great.
That's awesome. But it's so cool. It's really neat to go down there and stay and eat and go somewhere different every night and watch good racing. It's just really cool. So, hopefully we can get back there one day for sure.
Yes, I'd love to.
Yeah,
love to.
Absolutely,
for sure. So speaking of it, we can't leave it out for we've had a lot of information in this show, but like you just said, Daytona this week. All the Speed Weeks we done covered the rest of it, but we got NASCAR action starting back this week on track. There actually is a practice this week. I think it's on I forgot what they said. It's a hour practice or something like that. Which is the first time they've had it in 4 years.
Yeah, they typically
4 years, something like that.
Yeah.
And then I think qualifying is Wednesday.
Qualifying is Wednesday. I'm gonna pull it up right here, right quick. But yeah, I believe qualifying is. So you got practice 10 o'clock Wednesday morning. Practice number 1, and then qualifying at 8:15 Wednesday night. So that'd be pretty cool. Come home. I might get I won't get home from church by then, but we get home, try to watch that.
We might be sitting here like,
yep, trying to see what's going on.
Amen.
Yeah, exactly.
Your driver, amen. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Lord, I apologize.
So and I'm assuming, I don't know. Dave and I talked about this earlier off the podcast, but the television schedule is so crazy this year. I'm not really sure.
Most of us
where these practices
FS1.
and all.
There is one I saw that was on FS2, and then the races are on.
I think the Cup races on Fox, for sure.
Obviously, Xfinity is on CW.
Yep.
Truck race, I think, is.
Don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Be on Fox.
So we got.
I mean, not Fox. Should be on FS1.
Yeah. So let's see the duels, which is on Thursday night, starting at 7. That's on Fox Sports 1.
Yeah.
So, Cup stuff. I think the whole season of the Truck Series is on Fox Sports 1.
Yes. Yes.
And the whole season of Xfinity is on CW. So,
which is good.
I really like that. I like that those two series are figured it out.
You know where they are.
Cup series, you don't know from one day to the next where they're going to be. But anyway, so yeah, like I say, practice on Wednesday at 10, qualifying at 8, and then the duels start at 7 on Thursday. Then you got a whole Friday, Saturday, Sunday full at Daytona.
We got ARCA, we got Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup down there.
Yep.
I will say, not just name dropper or whatever. I talked to at Florence, Carson Quaffle was hanging out with his brother Caden, who ended up. We didn't say it earlier, but I did want to mention. Matt Cox was talking about Tristan McKee. Tristan McKee finished second in the race, but he was DQ'd. Found out today. Well, they just put it out today that he was DQ'd. He was light at the scales, is what I found out. Had to make some calls, find out what happened. And he was light. Found out he was light before. They told him, they put weight in. I don't know what happened, but he was light again after. So, whatever. Don't know if somebody didn't think they were going to get checked again or what, but that's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like.
Not throwing anybody under the bus, just making a observation. So Caden Quapple ended up finishing second. Laney Bice finished third.
Sweet.
So, but anyway, what I was getting at there was I talked to Carson for a while. He stood there and we caught up for a little while. And he's excited about this season. He's like, man, I'm just going to try to get through Daytona. I was like, dude, that's a toss-up. You know that.
Yeah.
But he's got a good head about him. He's we watched him so long in the Cars Tour. He's very patient, like we were talking about earlier. He definitely he's patient enough to conserve tires. If you're patient enough to conserve tires in the Car Tour, you can be patient enough to buy time in the Xfinity Series.
Absolutely.
At Daytona. So I'm pulling for him a little bit, you know.
Yeah. And I really like I don't know that he's had any time in a truck. Not to my knowledge, I don't know of. But
Carson?
Yeah.
I don't think he has.
I don't think so either. But I kind of like that because
he's got time in Xfinity last year.
Right, but it seems like the jump from truck to Xfinity is so much so
different
in maturity. I don't know. It's just it's so much.
Well, you remember used to Robert just said he'll be fine. He's in top notch car. You are correct.
Oh,
he's
absolutely.
in a top notch car for real, and he ran great in them the races he ran last year. But you remember what was it, Xfinity or truck, where the slogan used to be "Names are made here."
Mm-hmm. I think it was the trucks.
It was trucks. I want to say it was. Well, dude, tell me who's running truck this year.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Taj, what's his name?
Raja.
There you go. He's running. But my thing is with that is it's kind of is ultimately what the ARCA series used to be.
It is
now.
It is. It's a great ARCA series. ARCA's. I don't want to say this too bad because our buddy Butterbean, Brendan Queen, is running full-time ARCA this year, and
he's in a good car, and he's going to win every race, and that's great.
And he's going to learn a lot about big tracks on that car. It's going to help him moving forward for sure. Well, I think it'll help him just getting the time on a big track. If you didn't do like Carson,
I agree,
and run Xfinity, run 5-6 races, whatever he ran last year in Xfinity. If you're not going to do that, you got to get some time on intermediate tracks.
Absolutely, and
super speedway somehow.
Yeah,
so that's going to help him transition to whatever he goes to next.
Right.
But just the ARCA series as a whole, I don't think that. But there's about 3-4 cars out there that are going to be competitive.
Can win, right?
Every week.
Yeah. But, it's just, it goes back to the trucks, for instance. There's a lot of good equipment out there. There's a lot of good cars out there. Top-notch equipment out there. But you got a lot of kids that buy rides and tear up everybody's stuff. And so it's really hard to be around that and run well.
And what's bad about that has happened today. You remember, and this was a few years ago because this is why I saw that a post that we had put up. Do you remember Christian Rose?
Mm-hmm.
That was on our podcast a few years back, back when we were still at your house doing it. Christian was moving up to the ARCA series then, and he's ran the ARCA series for the past 3 seasons, I want to say, and did for the ride he was in. He did fairly decent in it. Got a truck ride this year with Nice, which was going to be a good ride. Well, something happened with a sponsor today.
Yeah,
fell through and basically said he has no ride for the year.
Yeah, that's terrible. It really is.
And I hate that. And that's what I mean. It's just like, dude, come on.
It really the NASCAR ranks is and I don't know how to fix it. I don't know you can fix it, but it's not based off of talent. It's based off of what you can bring, and we've said that for years. But that's what it is. It's not.
I think there's a way to fix it. I don't think they would go for it. And I don't think they would do it. I don't think they would like it. I think if they did, because they did this in iRacing, they actually did, and it worked in iRacing. Basically, you had teams sitting there, and they did a draft, and those teams lined, they got with those, right. They lined up with the series. They kind of divvied out sponsors, or they got their own sponsors, whatever. Granted, it's going to be a lot more money and stuff like that to do the truck series or something like that.
Yeah,
but it was a draft.
I'd love it.
I would too, because
I think it would really level a lot of. It would level the talent, and the talent would show. But how to bring that sponsorship money up. I don't know how you do that and disperse it evenly. I don't know, but
it's a odd, messed up system right now.
Franchises in NASCAR is not the same as the NFL,
as we're learning.
Right. So it makes it a lot more difficult for the racer growing up. I don't care how good you are, and we learned this from go-kart days.
Oh yeah,
I don't care how good you are if you don't have the money to have the top-notch equipment to run with the guys that do have the top-notch equipment that have the money to do it. That don't have the ability, you ain't gonna show.
100%.
So it's tough for that, but I do believe that Carson's going to be fine. He's going to be. I mean, his talent level has been proven. His father didn't throw him into anything.
No,
we watched him run a Millbridge and ran amazing in their own stuff, and he's made a name for himself moving forward up through the ranks, and he's gonna do just fine there for sure. So I'm glad to see that. I really do hate that the truck series is not that step ladder like it should
not
be
anymore.
It's people, really not. I mean, you got Matt Kraft has been running in the trucks for
that's what I'm saying. There's
40 years
getting stuck at it.
I mean, that's what it is. It's all about money. It's not about your talent. It's just not. And so hopefully those things work out somehow. I don't know how to fix that, but the whole charter deal that's been worked out, I don't know. I haven't heard the latest on that with 2311 deal.
Nothing's really been said lately.
I know they got another car.
Yeah, both 2311 and Front Row both got another charter.
So they got their charter, but I mean, are they getting their charter money?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
They are. They're running as chartered cars this year.
Okay. Until they figure out whatever.
Even without
they're paying.
signing the charter agreement.
That just shows the rest of them, y'all stupid.
Well, Richard Childress, Dale Jr. on his show the other day asked Richard Childress about it. He said, I can't fault them. He said, they did what they could do. He said, I think it's great. He said, I couldn't do it. He said, fortunately, they had the people to stand behind them.
Well,
to do it.
Right. I mean, Michael Jordan and them's got a lot of other funding otherwise to pay for their employees, where Richard Childress may not. So I get that, I do, but it sucks the way it's got to be. I mean, it really does. But
and Richard said what they're fighting for could have been worked out. He said we were still negotiating. He said it wasn't going to cost NASCAR any money.
Yeah.
Basically, what he's saying is they wanted their charter to be, once you bought it, it's yours. It's permanent.
So you couldn't sell it.
So NASCAR couldn't just take it from you.
I got you.
You could sell it if you wanted to.
But they couldn't take it.
But they couldn't.
That's what they wanted.
That's what they wanted.
The NASCAR wouldn't agree.
Would not agree to it.
Okay. Well, when I buy something, I like to consider it mine. Too. So I don't fault them for that a bit.
I don't either. I don't.
But big season coming up for sure. A lot of new things, new places, new faces, whatever.
One thing real quick while we were talking about it, Xfinity, their contract is up at the end of 25 and they're not returning.
I saw that.
Man, there's two things. A lot of people are trying to push Busch to come back as a sponsor.
I wish they would.
Well, yes, I do. I wish they would too. But regardless of what it is, right now we're calling it the Xfinity Series. It's the Craftsman Truck Series. But then we got the main series over here that now, since it doesn't have necessarily a title sponsor, it is the Cup Series.
Right.
I'm good with that. The Cup Series presented by whatever.
I really kind of always, Since Winston got out, I've called it the Cup Series ever since. Yeah.
Okay. I wish what is now the Xfinity Series would go to one of two things. Either the Sportsman Series or the Grand National Series.
I like Grand National. I do. That's old school, yeah, for sure.
Sportsman is even older school than that.
Well, yeah.
But I wish they do that. That's the Grand National Series presented by whoever.
Whatever. Each week could be different. We don't care.
I don't care.
It could be different.
It's just the Grand National Series.
Right. Absolutely.
I think it's an opportunity. Granted, I'm not in those marketing whatever meetings, but I just feel like that could be this could be a time to jump on that. Make it easier for you in the future.
Yeah, I'm sure they're trying to figure out something there, but obviously the margins aren't well for Xfinity.
Well,
that I don't know.
They probably I mean, I ain't trying to be whatever about it, but you can only grow so much.
Yeah.
Xfinity being, Xfinity. Let's talk about Xfinity. Xfinity sounds great. Xfinity looks great, whatever. I cannot get Xfinity.
I can't get it.
It's not an option for me to get.
I can get Starlink. You want to sponsor us?
Starlink.
I can get that because I live in the middle of nowhere, so I can't get anything.
I watched one go the other day.
That's awesome. It's really cool.
It was cool. Me and Landon were coming down the road and what is that?
Yeah, that's really cool.
It was going. I looked it up. Cool. Yeah, but I can't get Xfinity. So their area, whatever area they cover, you can only sell so much.
I mean, how much is it a write-off and how much is it a sponsorship? Like, I don't, at that point.
I think anything in NASCAR level now is a write-off.
I say it's got
multi-billion, multi-million dollar companies.
Even sponsoring a car. Like, I mean, FedEx sponsoring Denny Hamlin. Like, when I buy something, I don't pick who in the hell mails it to me. I don't know how to pick that.
We're not picking that. Well, you can use it if you're shipping something, but
yeah, I mean, I can go to the store, but I don't do that. I mean,
ordering something.
Yeah, I don't really ship stuff much. I don't do that. So and even back in the days of Home Depot and Lowe's, like, I didn't like Home Depot. I didn't like Home Depot way before Joe Logano or Tony Stewart or anybody. I just because I knew where stuff was.
I've been at Lowe's for years.
I swear I went. It didn't
and
really
we can't walk in there without spending $100.
Exactly. You still can't. It's $200 now.
It's $200
now.
You about to find out, don't worry.
But it's just, I mean, where does the sponsor? I don't know. But
my thought is, let's look at local stuff. Palmetto Machine sponsors the Lucky Penny over there. That is because we're trying to literally get people to become a customer.
See it at a racetrack.
Palmetto Machine and Fabrication.
See it at a racetrack and be like, oh, okay, hey,
I can use them.
They come ask you, hey, who what they do there?
Exactly. Let's think. I'm trying to think of. Let's use Carson Quapple for example. And I'm trying to remember the name of the company he had on his car last year, and I had to look it up, and I'm like, what is that? Come to find out, it is a battery company that we have here in Florence, South Carolina, actually.
What?
Yep.
Is it a new one?
Nope.
They're building?
Nope. It's one that's already over in the industrial part right by Buc-ee's.
Okay.
They actually make Optima batteries. I don't know. I don't think they make them over there. But
like parts that go to
right.
Yeah.
And it was some odd name, but that company is not selling directly to the public.
No, not at all. But anyway, I don't think, like you say, I think it's going to come down. Well, I mean, look at a Cup car now. I mean, how many sponsors
it's taking so
sponsor
much.
A car?
I really think. Well, one of the last ones that I've heard that is really is HendrickCars.com. Because they,
of course, they can.
They put it on there on Kyle's car because they were like, we don't have anything else to go on there. We got some marketing money to go here. Well, they said their sales picked up
absolutely
like 250%.
Absolutely.
Once they put it on Kyle's car, right. So they were like, "Hey, this actually works for us as a sponsorship."
Right.
And not.
Well, I mean, how many people?
So you're making
that?
Money and obviously big business, big tax write-offs.
Well, it is, but it's a win-win-win for them because, like you say, I mean, that actually works because that's not like a Lowe's or a Home Depot. That's, right. I mean, how many people? I didn't know about HendrickCars.com. I mean, you think of
I knew Hendrick Cars as a dealership.
Well, you think of dealership. I mean, he owns 370 or more. I mean, you think of, you go to a Hendrick dealership or whatever, but no, you can go there and I don't care if you're in Texas. If it's one of his cars, you can get it. And so that really helps, but going back to the title sponsor of Xfinity or Cup Cars or whatever, if I can see it going to a race-to-race basis because the cost of it, for one thing, I mean, I don't know what it would cost to sponsor the series for a year. Good Lord. But, I mean, doing it from a week-to-week basis would be cool because it would kind of be like Cookout or something in the region, I mean, you got a race in Darlington. Okay, it's the
Cookout
whatever
here,
Cookout
on this East Coast, but
the Cup Series presented by Cookout, whatever. Whatever. I don't know, but it would make more sense that way. It would broaden their sponsorship horizon a little bit, and but I think it's going to be hard for them to get a sole sponsor throughout the year, but I'm excited for it, bro. I really am. I'm excited for it to get back. And
I'm going to watch. Somebody asked me, they're like, I hate NASCAR. I hear people, I hate NASCAR, blah, 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 about all this. And that's what they're talking about is the business side of it. Well, the business side actually interests me, but I separate it completely from completely
Yeah, I do
There's
too.
racing on TV. I'm going to watch racing on TV. I'm going to do it.
I can't unwatch it. I can't not watch it. I might not sit and watch the whole race, but just having it back home and the names and faces and just being a part of it is cool. But
yeah, for sure. Think we're gonna do a real quick a fantasy NASCAR again. May do it on NASCAR.com again. Don't know. Be watching our social media. I'll put it up, and I may wipe ours clean because we had a few people that signed up last year and didn't play and stuff like that. No, yours was the year before. Yours just stuck around. No, there was actually people signed up and didn't do it. So
sorry.
So
I don't know how to do it. You got to help me set it up or something. I don't know.
But so be watching our social media. But anyway, you got anything else?
Excited to be back. Excited to be here. A lot of fun.
Glad to have you here.
Yeah, it's really cool. We got some good heat right here beside us. I don't know if y'all probably don't know or can hear and can feel the cold, but it's cold outside. It got cold again. It was warm yesterday. It was nice. It was like 82 degrees. Dude,
I was at the track Saturday, and it was quite warm in the pits.
It was really, really warm yesterday. Yeah. And I feel like this needs to happen because we used to always talk about weather at the start of the show every single time. So I'm going to bring it up at the end. But
we need Mike's weather page sponsor. Where you at, Mike's weather page?
Come on. But it was warm yesterday. It was nice, and today it's been dreary and cold, and
it's supposed to be like that all week too.
So yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. But I know. But yeah, it's nice and warm in the shop. Race car shop, really cool. Again, awesome studio. And if I'll be back next week, but you never know. I'll pop up in here.
We'll see. You might have another bit. Sterling gonna be moving into a new house also here soon.
I hope it's very
so he may be working on that
later. Yeah, and we got baseball, so we got a lot going on. But always excited to be here, and David and I talk about this kind of stuff all the time.
Still do.
It's on the show or not, we still do it, and good to see Kale on there for sure, and all the guys that stuck around with him and the show for so many years now.
We're on our 6th season. We were talking about this earlier. It's our 6th season.
It really is crazy that we did this 6 years ago.
Start of COVID.
Really, right really crazy. Yeah. We
talked about iRacing for 3 months.
Yeah, we sure did.
Because we had no
sure
clue.
Did. It was, but it was fun though. It was really fun back then, and to see it progress to what it is now is truly, remarkable to me to see all this. I have no idea. I could not tell you how to turn anything on here. I don't know. No idea.
It's all just buttons.
Yeah, a lot of buttons, like you're driving an airplane or something over here. But really cool, awesome to be a part of it. Just
take an application for anybody who wants to come be a producer, so I don't have to push buttons.
No, you need
the pay sucks.
If anybody's listening, y'all need to hire him as a producer because he can take care of all of your headaches. He can take care of it right here.
I don't know about that.
Take care of that. So call him up. But no, it was fun for sure. Yeah. It was fun time for sure, and I'll be back. I will be back for sure. And but good show, good big things coming up.
Oh yeah,
racing and springtime. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So excited for it.
For sure. Well, as always, everybody would like to thank all our, thank Matt Cox coming on here, hanging out with us. Congratulations to him one more time for winning the 2025 Icebreaker at Florence Motor Speedway. Also, Racin Jason, y'all go check him out. He'll be on here pretty much weekly, as far as we know, keeping us up to date with all what's going on in the dirt world. Appreciate Sterling coming on here today. Hanging out.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Connor will be back in a few weeks hanging out too. Sterling, you still come hang out whenever,
Oh, absolutely.
You know the way over here.
I just bust up in the door anytime. I just bust up in here.
But anyway, appreciate all our sponsors too. Couldn't do it without all of them. And but anyway, all right, everybody, y'all go. All right, before you get off, real quick, who's your prediction? Win Daytona 500 this Sunday?
I've been thinking, and I really feel like Joey Logano.
Joey Logano.
That's where I'm going. I don't want him to win it, but that's what
I'm
gonna
say one I really don't want to win, and I'm not just a hater. I'm not.
Is it Denny?
It's Denny. I think Denny's gonna win it.
He's gonna win it every year almost. I don't know how he does
right
it.
there.
He is. I don't understand. He's won a bunch of them.
Patience.
Yeah, he's good.
But I'd love to see Martin win it. Actually,
that would be really cool.
I'm not a huge Martin Truex fan, just because he's so dry.
He is, but it'd be cool to see him.
It'd be cool to see him.
Yeah, I would
win it and be like, later.
I'm gonna go enjoy my year. Y'all have fun with all that. Yeah.
All right, everybody, y'all take it easy, and we will see you next week.
Later.